Let's continue by creating our own program, using this program as a template. This is what you will usually do. First, let's close this file, and I'm going to take the first program file and copy it. Here I have a copy of this file, which contains exactly the same. I want to first change the name to a new name. Maybe we will call it 3 and then add nums. This will be a program about adding numbers. Let's open it in a text editor. This is exactly what we had inside first program, but we want to have our own program. Let's begin by cleaning all the previous instructions and also changing the top comment to say that this is a program for adding two numbers. We want our program to read two numbers from the console, from the user, and then add those two numbers and give the result to the user by printing it to the console. Let's begin. We first want to call the subroutine readhex. Next, we keep the result inside edx. I remind you that readhex stores the input inside EAX. Then we just use the move instruction to copy the result into EDX. Next, we call readhex again to read another number as input. Then we add into EAX the value EDX. At this point, EAX should contain the sum of the two numbers. Finally, we want to print back to the console the value of EAX. We want to give output. Therefore, we call the print EAX function. Maybe we can add some comments to make the code clearer. Read two numbers from the user. Add the two numbers. And finally, print result to the console. Let's assemble this program and see what we get. First, make sure to save the program, and then we open a console to assemble this program. We write fasem, then space, and then the name of the program, which is addnums.asem. Everything went smoothly. Hopefully the same happened for you. And we can see that the assembler says it took 3 passes, 1.4 seconds, and the result was of size 1536 bytes. Let's see the resulting file. It is addnums.exe. Let's run this file. Note that this time I didn't open a console. I just clicked on this file to show you what happens. It seems like a new console was opened and it waits for input. Let's give some numbers as input. For example, 3, which will be the first input number, and then 5. We got a very quick result, and then the program closed in a very fast fashion. it just disappears. If we want to make sure that the program will not disappear when it ends, we can just run it inside the console. Here we open the console, and then we run the program inside the console by writing 3 add nums.exe. We press the return key. Now again the program expects for input. I give it the input 3 and then 5. The result we get is 8. Let's try something else. Maybe 1f and 1. The result is 20. This is the sum of those two numbers. Another example would be 8 times f and 1. The result is as expected 0 because of the wraparound. This is about this simple program. Regarding the future in this course, most of the programs, as I said, are going to look like this. At this point, you don't have to worry about the sections and what really happens with the format PE console and so on. In the beginning, just use this template. As the time goes and you will gain more knowledge, you will be able to get a better understanding of everything that you see here. In the beginning, just make sure that you understand that the code that you write is at this location, and this is the main thing which you should concentrate on. The other things are less important. When the time comes, you will understand them too. See you on the next lesson.